guys, I'm Aika. When we talk about the Beijing cuisine, I think we have to mention about Beijing roast duck. So today, I'm going to learn how to cook Beijing roast duck at its most famous brand, Quanzhude. So welcome to first Quanzhude store that have 155 years of history. Let's go. So right now we are at the place that had been visited of many famous people, including diplomats, artists, and many others. I changed my clothes, ready to work, and this is Mr. Jen, who's going to teach us to cook today. He's been working here for 14 years. I'm so honored to learn with him today.嗨，师傅，你好。
你好，
我是过来今天跟你学做烤鸭。
欢迎欢迎欢迎！你今天来学烤鸭，在全聚德烤鸭的最大特点是什么？你知道吗？
好吃。
有好吃，还有呢？
挂炉。
对了，这是全聚德烤鸭最大的特点。这个挂炉啊，是全聚德老掌柜杨全仁先生当年从皇宫里面请个御厨孙先生的。
哦，所以这是从皇宫拿来的。
给皇上做的烤鸭带到了民间。
这是什么木头啊？
这个木头是果木。
果木，为什么要用果木？
因为这果木有一个特点，它燃烧以后没有烟雾，清晰。另外，果木燃烧以后，它有特殊的香味儿，会附着在鸭体上，增加烤鸭的香气。
So the secret of Beijing roast duck lays in really small details. For example, the wood that they use, the fruit tree wood, that gives this duck really special taste. 这一般要烤多长时间呢？
这个一炉烤鸭要烤1个小时60分钟左右。这个烤鸭用的鸭坯啊，是我们精选的北京甜鸭。
甜鸭啊，
这是全聚德选用的鸭坯。每只鸭子呢都经过充气，饱满，也显得漂亮。
那这是什么？
这个叫肚。
肚。
这个是不锈钢的钢肚。这个呢是用来是放多余的水和油的。在这之前呢，我们最早的传统的烤鸭呢用的是高粱杆的肚。这个肚当时吐进去以后呢，为了不让它排水和排油，那把油和水分大量的保存在内。因为当时呢，人们生活水平呢比较低一些，现在呢生活水平提高了，对健康更需求高了，这样把多余的油和水都排掉。
There's also a really small revolution that Quanzhude had made.
鸭子进炉，我们管这叫上炉。
上炉。
别看着简单，这是一门手艺。因为这个鸭子不是放进去的，是飞进去的。
飞进去的
啊！
师傅 just say you cannot just put it inside, you have to let it fly inside.
你看一下啊，你看它这鸭子啊，鸭子平的进入了。
Put it inside or take it out seems to be a really simple work, but actually it also requires a really strong skills. If we put it too slow or too fast, it will bump to the wood or fall down, which will destroy the duck. 我能也试一下吗？
试一下。
对，很沉，就是 really heavy。
这个手往后放一下，哎，这样，好，放进去。这个手要靠近一点，对，这个手使力压，一压，过来，手，
哦，是不是？
对，慢一点，OK， 可以，很不错，终于放进去了。
是的，我感觉我把自己也放进去了。
对，很不错。 首先要讲究拿刀的姿势，右手握刀，大拇哥放到这个位置，左手扶到鸭的脖子上，开始把刀贴住鸭肉，前后拉，你看自己就进去了，不用使劲，到这 OK， 它就下来了一片。片烤鸭最讲究的是什么呢？要片片大小一致，薄厚一致，每片带皮，每片带肉。
The dog not only should be cutted beautiful, but also arranged beautiful. For example, Shifu just now making the flower of peony. It's a Chinese national flower, and also it appears in the EPEC conference table in 2014. Look at my art, the shape of heart. 师傅今天摆不成牡丹的样子，只能摆一个桃心出来。
这样已经很不错了。我们刚来的时候啊，要求很严格的，1到3天之内都不让碰任何的鸭肝啊一些东西。
哇！
你玩得起，跟师傅去练习去学习，光磨刀就要磨3天，做了这么久也累了。咱们去屋里品尝一下烤鸭吧。
好。好，我拿我的桃心。Oh, it looks so good. 今天的饭真的好丰盛啊！
是的，现在咱们可以品尝一下烤鸭。
哇，
这个吃烤鸭呢有很多讲究。首先来讲，先吃这块脆皮。
脆皮。
哎，你把它夹起来，不要包饼，直接蘸白糖，你尝一尝。
It's known as the most delicious part of the dog. Usually they eat it with the sugar.
酥脆。接下来咱们品尝这鸭肉，鸭肉需要是按传统吃法是比较讲究，用荷叶饼把它卷一下。再请我们掌柜的给您做一个示范。
首先呢，您先选取的那个烤鸭的荷叶饼放入盘中，然后呢，鸭肉呢是3到4片是最为宜的。蘸取甜面酱。您放的时候呢，一定要把这个鸭肉啊放到咱们这个荷叶饼的上方，这样呢，您吃的第一口就保证是鸭肉。对，然后呢，放取咱们这个章丘的大葱。卷的时候呢，是先兜底儿，防止咱们这个酱呢往外溢出，给它卷紧，这就可以了啊。万有您。
哇，谢谢。
没客气。
可以先品尝一下。
好，谢谢。
很香。
Eating Beijing roast dog, it's also a part of art. When you roll beautiful, it tastes better. So let's try. Put 2, 3, 4 slides with the sauce. And a little bit onion or cucumber. Yep.哇，我听说这边是全聚德第一家店，一共有155年的历史。
对，这是起源店。
但是这边看起来很新艳，不像一个古老的样子。
你看这面墙没有？这是当年老傅的最早的卡店的老墙。
So that's the wall of the first Chengdu store, and inside is exactly a copy of the first Chengdu store. 所以这边我刚刚吃的很饱，但是我想打包回去，可以吗？
可以啊，
我想带给我
准备好了。
这给准备的烤鸭提盒。
哇，这个有点太是，
这个提盒
这看起来
很古老了。
对。
这就是当年老全聚德送餐的时候所用的这个，现在叫快递外卖。
So now I know the Chengdu was famous not only because the dog was tasty, the chef was talented, also Chengdu is extremely good at marketing. For example, this delivery box. Can you imagine? Delivery existed 150 years ago, and this is ticket for the Beijing roast dog. So if someone wants to treat a friend, all you need to do is to buy a ticket for a friend, and a friend can come to the store to enjoy the meal at his convenient time. 谢谢谢谢。Today I learned a lot in Chengdu. Beijing roast dog is not only the food that loved by many people, it's the future of Beijing culture. It is the spirit of the chef that look for perfection. It is a story that continues to develop. What else Beijing have? I will show you next week. See you.